For the latest updates on the Indian startup ecosystem, subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon.
Hello and welcome to YourStory.com. I'm Debolina.
And my name is Aishik Purkait.
Despite being severely affected by the pandemic, MakeMyTrip continues to remain bullish on the travel sector. The 20-year-old startup's founder Deep Kalra is a big believer in revenge travel, a term used to describe the apparent pent-up demand from travelers who have been locked in for months owing to the virus. During a recent conversation with YourStory's founder and CEO Shraddha Sharma, Deep said that the business has slowly started to pick up for MakeMyTrip, whose revenues dropped from $500 million a month revenue run rate to zero at the peak of the pandemic. Know more about what he has to say about revenge of the customer post the life-altering experience that COVID-19 is only on YourStory.com.
The monsoons bring joy to several farmers, but tears flow down the eyes of a particular Chalapati Naidu. He has over the past 15 years piled up for debt of rupees 75 lakhs. His 5-acre orange farm in Anantapur district of Andhra Pradesh is a failed venture and has eaten into Chalapati's yearly income. What started as an informal loan of rupees 10 lakhs taken from local money lenders a decade ago increased sevenfold thanks to the interest. Every morning, a moneylender would visit Chalapati's house and remind him sternly of the debt that needed to be paid up. Tragically, COVID-19 ended Chalapati's life in August and the entire debt fell upon his son Kiran Chalapati. This brings us to a bigger story, that is, India may be an agrarian nation with the agricultural sector accounting for 18% of the country's GDP and providing employment to 50% of its workforce. But farmers have for long been plagued by environmentally stimulated problems related to low yield and crop failure. According to an International Labour Organization report, while agriculture continues to provide the maximum livelihood, its share in the national income continues to fall from 22.6% in FY05 to 14.4% in FY19. The problems have been many: high levels of fragmentation in the supply chain, failure to adopt and assimilate new technologies, exploitation by middlemen, loss of rightful earnings, and more. Like labour markets, India's agriculture sector has also been shackled by old and rigid regulations. But change is inevitable and it is coming. Read your story to know what are these changes which are coming up in the agrarian sector of India.
When Ankiti Bose and Dhruv Kapoor met at a friend's party, they realized they had a lot in common and had similar business interests. Thus, in 2015, Ankiti and Dhruv teamed up to solve a problem they believed they could address using technology: the retail SME landscape in Southeast Asia. This led to the birth of Indonesia-based Zilingo, a fashion and lifestyle marketplace. Today, it is a unicorn and one of the largest e-commerce players in Southeast Asia. In this week's product roadmap column, Your Story clarifies the why, what and how behind Zilingo and tracks its journey from a B2C tech platform to becoming a B2B player.
Growing up in a middle-class family in Kolkata and Bednapur in West Bengal, Dr. Shayan Samchanda was no stranger to strong winds and relentless rain, knocking down electricity for hours, days and even weeks. He and his family lived in East Bednapur through the horror of the 1999 Orissa cyclone and Cider cyclone in 2007. It was one of the core reasons for him to start Sync Energy in 2017. The startup builds artificial intelligence tools that simplify emergency and disaster response planning for electric power distribution companies. The platform helps electric utilities reduce customer downtimes and be better informed about the impact of a disaster before it actually strikes. This in turn will help electric power companies to decrease costs associated with emergency-related power outages. Today, Sync Energy is a global startup headquartered in New York with its India office in the process of being established in Kolkata. It is powered by the passion of a 12-person team scattered throughout the US, India, Denmark and Ghana. Read about this startup only on Your Story. For more updates on the ongoing crisis, read Your Story's help desk to know how startups are adapting to the new normal.
For more such news updates and videos from the Indian startup ecosystem, don't forget to like, share and subscribe.